I just want to make sure I heard you correctly as a woman anchoring the show. Did you say, what did you say?
Clay Travis, years ago, before I knew Clay Travis,
that's right,
went on CNN and actually said something true, and it was very upsetting to the host.
To do with sports, and they said, look, you can't have this opinion. It's too conservative. We're not going to allow it. I think that's a bad move. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I believe in only two things completely, the First Amendment and boobs. And so once they made the decision that they were not going to allow a conservative, non-sports related commentary, they couldn't do it.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly as a woman anchoring the show. Did you say, what did you say? You believe in the First Amendment and BWOBS?
Boobs. Two things that have only never let me down in this entire country's history, the First Amendment and boobs. So those are the only two things I believe in absolutely in the country. And so I don't think Jemele Hill should be fired, but I do think straight up that once you make the decision that you are going to let Kurt Schilling go, that you have to also make the decision that you're going to let Jemele Hill go. I think that's a bad decision. I think ESPN has made bad decisions that have led to 13 million subscribers bailing on the network. They've made bad decisions that have led to ratings collapsing. Jemele Hill's television show is collapsing. Ratings were down 20% last week over last year. I think that's why she's angry. I think that's why she went after Donald Trump. She's begging for ESPN to fire her so she can work somewhere else.
Okay. Keith, what do you think?
Listen, I'm astonished at almost everything I just heard. One of the things that, and Jamele's a personal friend, not just a colleague, but a personal friend. One of the things that Jemele's had to deal with her entire career, and many women who I'm friends with in this business and have been friends with in this business for a long time, is sexism, blatant sexism, comments about her appearance, comments about her racially, comments about her inability or perceived inability to be able to comment on sports because of her gender. For somebody to come on CNN and to say something like the only thing I believe in a discussion about something,
I'm still there too, and
I love that clip. We've played it 1,000 times. I like watching you watch the clip because
you know what's funny about that?
You're proud of yourself.
It's still a funny clip, and I mean, I think it was emblematic of how you can never apologize to an inauthentic emotion.
Yeah.
I've been married 20 years. Trust me, I've apologized plenty, right? Like anybody who's been married for that long. Yeah. But not for something that is manufactured outrage, which is what that was. Her career's
as
over.
A woman, because women have different
as a woman, right?
Men.
And also, the other funny thing about that is the black guy that was on the other side of me there. He acted like he was offended. And then in the immediate aftermath of that clip, it turned out he had tons of tweets about what an ass man he was, which is absolutely hysterical, which again goes to people pretend to be something that they are not. And first of all, that seems exhausting, right? Yeah, to have to run around and claim like, oh, I get offended. And the other funny thing about this is, a few months later, Hugh Hefner died. That's not the funny part. But CNN covered him as a legend who has been more of a First Amendment and boobs guy than Hugh Hefner.
Right.
The entire purpose of Playboy magazine ostensibly was so people could read the articles. It was a full embrace of the First Amendment and boobs, which is the foundation at that time of a multi-$100 million empire.